let's go to the app-based Survey123. So one of the things I said I needed to save my map because I cannot share or use apps like story maps, like what you were using, Dawn, unless I have saved my map. But I can go to share and I can share it with everyone, and then that's a way that I can create web apps like story maps. I can actually within here collect data where I could create a web map that allows someone outside in the world just using a browser to go to the website on their phone or on a computer and actually enter data. So that is one option that I'm not going to demonstrate, but there are apps that you can use to collect data just from this area on ArcGIS Online. The other place is through Survey123, which is a very cool app that is out there. So you can get to Survey123 by clicking on the link in here. The other place you can get to it is if you go through and you're in your content on the organization site. There's this little, let me move. There's this little hamburger that you can click next to your name.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not showing up, is it? Are you not seeing it?
No, it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on my computer. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just took a minute on mine. You can get to Survey123 from there. Quick Capture is another really cool one. I highly recommend you check out someday. It's a little less robust. But I went over to
Lori,
Survey123.
Lori,
Yes?
I want to ask a question on
Yes.
going in there. So you said through your organizational ArcGIS, does that mean individual accounts of students would also see that option or not?
Anybody who is a user under the organization, which you should set up your students. Yeah, you should set up your students under your organizational account. Should have access to that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So once I'm in Survey123 and I'm signed in my organizational account that I'm using, I want to make sure I'm using. If you have more than one Esri account, be careful. Make sure you're assigned into the account that you want to use. You can create a new survey. And so when you create the new survey, you see this option. Let's use the web designer. That's the kind of simplest. You get started quickly. And you have to, of course, give it a name. And again, tag it so you can find it, and a summary. And you create it. And what it happens is, if you've ever used Google Forms, it's really similar in interface where you're just dragging and dropping questions. So you can say, here's a multiple choice question, and you say, what's your favorite color? And then you put in your choices. And there's a question. The really powerful one that you want to make sure you do here, especially if you're doing any kind of mapping, is a geopoint. And this allows the user to actually interact and put information based on their location or a location, any location-based data. Where do you like to vacation? And you can change the base map. You can have it, a lot of people are going to be doing it on their mobile phones. You can say, ask for the device's location and save. So I did, if you don't mind, I did a survey, and if you would please participate, I'm going to put the link into the chat, or you can grab it from the document if you're there. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to do the survey, I think I might even have a, if you have a QR code on your phone.
I do.
Okay, try that. And then if you participate, I can show you how it works. So once you create it, I'm not going to go through and do it anymore, but I'm going to show you this. You have to publish the survey. It's going to tell you that you have to publish the survey in order to be able to send it out and share it. And once it's saved and published, then you can share the link with others, or it'll create that QR code. So you can see it said, like, there's a link or a QR code, and then it's going to show up in your content in ArcGIS Online. So if I go back to my content, I have surveys, and it shows up here in my content. And in Survey123, I can see the data coming in that someone likes to vacation up in Denmark, someone else likes to vacation in Italy. So kind of cool way to collect data.
I'm trying to enter, Lori, but my computer is just
That is really, really cool.
But this is
I can open I can open it in a map viewer, and I can see the information there.
Lori, I do have a quick question. When you initially had that as a QR code, was that, can you generate the QR code within ArcGIS? Like, does it allow you when you're creating it to then say, to like, it generates its own QR code that they can use to answer this or to participate in the survey?
It generates the QR code in Survey123.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah, it's in.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I stopped because I was done. I wanted to show you the one that I did, but if I publish it, this is the one. This is not the one we're actually doing. I did one earlier, but it's going to take a second. But that's when you hit collaborate and share is when it pops up to that QR code. Yeah. So it'll after you've done that, it gives you this when you click on.
Okay, don't make it go away.
Perfect.
That's any problem. So I thought I would go to my phone. I don't think it's going to help here.
Ah.
I'm having bandwidth issues again. I need to up my internet.
Well, it'll update as people enter it, so that's a really cool thing.
That is.
A really exciting way for kids to get data on a map. Any other questions about Survey123?
So Lori, just to be clear, it is embedded within ArcGIS, but you could also access it separately. Is that correct? But we wouldn't want to.
You can access it by just going to Survey123, that link, Survey123 arcgis.com, and then you log in. Just make sure that if you have lots of ArcGIS online accounts, that you're logged into the one that's connected to the other data that you want to work with. Like, I have multiple accounts, and I'm using the pod account.
Either way, it's actually going to take you back into the ArcGIS environment where the space is. Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.